We're going to be revealing the item that's going to be at the upcoming Texas Eats Food Festival here at Max and Louie's, plus all this delicious food. We're going to be talking about it and why there's Star Wars on the table. But we got the whole team ready out here to say, good morning, San Antonio!
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Is it too early for the Max and Louie's turkey plate? I love their turkey plate.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I know that's one of David's favorite spots.
Yeah.
And he's brought over some food from Max and Louie's before, and it is good stuff.
Well, he's going to be
eating.
Yeah, he's going to be talking to Drew over there at Max and Louie's, setting things up for the Texas Eats Food Festival,
That's right? Yeah, that's coming up pretty soon. Next weekend, right? Next Saturday?
Sounds right.
Yeah, May 11th. So yeah, that's going to be a good time out there. Can't wait to hear more from the one and only David Elder.
Well, it is Friday. It's May 3rd. RJ, it's good to have you here, sir. It's always great to have you here at the desk.
Yes, and we do have Justin with us as well. So we got a full-on a bro show going on here, man. Yeah.
Did you see those pancakes? Were those pancakes? I think I saw pancakes with chocolate chips. I think I saw that.
I think you did too.
I was inspected so much to see there. Excited to see what food that maybe we get to sample today. Hopefully David brings some back. Let's look at the visibility around the area this morning. The fog has been the biggest problem. Bernie Stage down about 1/4 of a mile. New Braunfels down about 3/4 of a mile. Half a mile in San Antonio. Fog is it's going to be slow to lift, but it is certainly there this morning and has been a problem. The forecast calls for cloudy skies at noontime. We'll start to bring the rain chances down. The drizzle lets up a little bit, and then maybe we see some breaks in those clouds this afternoon. 84 is our forecast high, just a 20% chance of rain. Let's talk about the weekend. A little bit of a change to the forecast. We're going to add in some rain chances tonight into Saturday morning, and then again Saturday night into Sunday morning. Here's why. Storms out across West Texas, if they can organize and grow into a large cluster, they might try to make their way towards the Hill Country and or San Antonio during those early morning hours. So we're going to talk more about that and look ahead to next week, which looks awful warm, coming up here in just a couple minutes.
RJ, do you want to handle traffic?
Let's go ahead and do that, yes.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Taking a look at some of our TransGuide traffic cameras, and this was the biggest thing that we saw earlier. 410 eastbound, Cherry Ridge, we have cleared things out. So that was the biggest wreck that we had seen from the past couple of hours or so. And everything else looks pretty good. Just checking out the TxDOT websites here. 410, 151, stalled vehicle there. 35 at Laredo Street, stalled there. But 90 west of Callahan. But fortunately, nothing major. It got a little bit hairy there, Mark, but I think we are good to go if you're about to step outside right now.
All right, it's a 2-for-1 having RJ here. Let's take a look at today's 9 at 9. Week 2 of former President Donald Trump's hush money trial wraps up today. Jurors heard a recording of the former president that is central to the case. Prosecutors have spent the week using detailed testimony about meetings, email exchanges, business transactions, and bank accounts to build the foundation. The prosecution now setting the stage for pivotal testimony from Michael Cohen.
Police have arrested more than 2,000 people during pro-Palestinian protests at college campuses across the United States in recent weeks. President Joe Biden has said Americans have the right to protest, but not to unleash violence. Protesters were forcibly removed at several colleges yesterday, including Portland State University, where police cleared a library that demonstrators had occupied for days. At UCLA, police swarmed a tent city using flashbangs and riot gear to arrest protesters.
Commuter chaos this morning along one of the busiest highways in the nation. Part of I-95 north of New York City is shut down, likely for days due to a fiery crash after a fuel truck sparked a massive fire, badly damaging the overpass. Schools are closed and people are being told to stay home. The interstate is expected to remain closed on both sides until Monday.
The governor of Hawaii has signed legislation allocating $362 million in emergency appropriations to assist with the impact of the Lahaina fire in Maui. The funding package will help compensate victims of the fire, temporarily lift some restrictions on use of funds, and it will give power to shut down illegal short-term rentals. The Lahaina fire last August killed 101 people and caused over $6 billion in damages.
Oil prices are headed for their steepest weekly drop in 3 months. Crude oil prices have fallen by over 6% so far this week. As a result, experts at Gas Buddy predict drivers will get relief at the pump in the coming weeks.
The demand for WNBA tickets this season is up 93% compared to this time last year. According to a season preview report from StubHub, the dramatic increase is largely thanks to college basketball star Caitlin Clark and her new team, the Indiana Fever. Meanwhile, sales for the defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces, have increased about 190%. StubHub described Clark's impact as electrifying.
Some of the world's biggest musical artists are returning to TikTok. It comes after a deal with Universal Music Group was reached. This now ends a feud that began in February over royalties that forced the record label to pull its music from TikTok. Videos that were once muted due to copyright violations will be unmuted.
Apple is looking into issues involving the alarm clock on the iPhone after many people took to social media saying they overslept because they are not hearing their alarm. Some users say that turning off the attention-aware feature has helped solve the problem. Apple says on its website that the Do Not Disturb setting and putting the phone on silent does not affect the alarm sounds.
Bose is rolling out a new supersized Bluetooth speaker promising that you will feel the music from your head to your toes. The SoundLink Max is over 10 inches wide, containing a battery life of 20 hours. It includes a handle to take it on the go and will run you $399. And that's today's 9 at 9. As we were chatting about it at the top of the newscast this morning, we are now just 8 days away from the first ever Texas Eats Food Festival. Tickets are on sale for a chance to try different foods from a variety of our local chefs.
Yes, the countdown is definitely on, and it is all for a good cause. KSAT will be making a donation to the San Antonio Food Bank in the name of the event. And the one and only David Alder, he joins us this morning at one of the restaurants that will be at this amazing festival, Max and Louie's New York Diner. Good morning, David.
Good morning, y'all. What's going on? I know the station. I know you guys. I keep showing you food in the morning, and I'm sorry you guys don't get to try any of this, but I promise I'll try to take some back. I promise that. We're going to be talking about why Drew right here has a lightsaber and why all the Star Wars stuff is on the table. But joining us right now, Chef and owner Drew Glick out here at Max and Louie's. Drew, thank you so much for having us.
Oh,
this
it's
morning.
my pleasure as always.
Yes, as always. Yeah, exactly. And now you have so many different items in front of us. I mean, the heavy hitters, waffles, pancakes. You got this one. I mean, breakfast tacos out here at the New York
You have to
Diner.
have breakfast tacos.
It's San Antonio.
We call them Bleecker Street breakfast tacos because that's a very popular street downtown Manhattan. Bleecker Street.
Well,
Bleecker Street breakfast tacos.
Connect the two cultures together, and that's what we have right here.
Absolutely.
Now, the item that I want to talk about is going to be the item you're serving. This is the reveal right now
Yep.
of what you're going to have at the upcoming Texas Eats Food Festival that's coming May 11th. This is the item right here. So what's the name of this one? What's in it? How is it made?
So these are called noodle kugel, but we call them noodle kugel cupcakes because we make them in a cupcake form. It's an Eastern European casserole. So there's egg noodles, custard, raisins, cinnamon, obviously some sugar, and they are spectacular.
Yeah, I would definitely say, just looking at them right here, I could easily put down 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up eating this. I grew up eating this my whole life. You know, normally they're in like a big loaf, but we make them as a cupcake.
These look absolutely incredible, man. You guys know what you're doing out here. I mean, you have the big bakery right behind us. You guys make bagels, you make pizza, you do a little bit of everything. You got the sweet, you got the savory.
Keep it down. The kitchen's not so happy with all those items, believe me.
Kitchen's like, no more. No more. Now, you also have over here, you have other items, including this little, like, kind of a hash bowl over here, but the baked goods, this is where it's at, because this is something you can't find really anywhere else in the city. Talk to me about what you have over here.
So this is called babka, and there's cinnamon and chocolate. Babka is also another Eastern European item. Grew up eating it. It's sort of a sweet bread, and they're whirled together. And then this we obviously make in a loaf. We do a lot of things in cupcake form. It's easy to pick up and eat, or easy to pick up and take home.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Cupcakes, the portable cake.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like their tagline now.
Yeah.
That's the go-to.
Write that one down.
Yeah, let's write it down. You have ice cream on a waffle, because why not, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to give this a little pour. So what's inside? This is not just like maple syrup, right?
That's half butter, half syrup. Very creative. We call it maple butter syrup.
You guys are so creative.
So creative.
You're doing a great job. And then the pancakes. Now, Justin, I know you had said you saw the pancakes and your eyes did not deceive you. Chocolate chip pancakes. I'm going to help you out here too, Justin. Of course.
So our pancakes are made from total scratch. We sift the dry ingredients, we separate the yolks and the whites, we whip the whites to peaks, we fold them in. That's how you get this fluffy goodness. Then the butter on the grill gives it that ring around there. I mean, they're just, to me, they're the best in the city. You have to come out and try it. We'll have a contest.
We'll have a contest. We'll have a pancake off. And you know what? Everybody wins when there's a pancake contest. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely.
Now, you also have some French toast down here,
Yeah, that's
right?
our #1 selling item on the menu.
And
the
then you're
entire
using a
menu,
special
8
bread, right?
pages, that's the #1 item. We use challah bread, which is a eggy, almost brioche bread. We bake 1,500 loaves of this bread a week.
1,500.
1,500. They're
tell you
baking
what.
it right behind us right now.
You guys are absolutely wild, and I appreciate it. I mean, it's early in the morning. You got customers walking in and out. It smells incredible in here, you guys. We're going to take a bite of this one right here. Say the name for me one more time. Oh, no. Say it again for me.
Noodle, kugel, cupcakes.
I'll try to get that one down. And then coming up later in the newscast, we're going to be talking about your birthday's coming up tomorrow. So may the 4th be with everybody. And we're going to talk about the big celebration happening out here at Max and Louie's. All right.
Uh-oh.
Here, cheers to you.
Cheers to you as
Bam.
usual.
All right, that's the bite.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
There's just so much,
so good.
so much to
It's
choose
crunchy.
from there.
It's sweet.
Justin may have a new favorite when he comes.
David, I gave you a lot of grief for not
do you think,
bringing
another
back
bite?
food yesterday. Let the record reflect you did bring food back. I want everybody to know
Did we
that.
get in trouble or something?
So I'm not going to give you as much trouble.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did. I brought as much as I could. I'll bring back more today. I promise. Maybe.
I will say though, David, he always comes through in the clutch, always feeding the newsroom here, and of course his stuff is always great and amazing. That stuff looked unbelievable. I couldn't even pick which one out of the bunch. All of them.
You take it all.
Take it all.
I'll take one of everything.
Definitely, I would do
Right.
that for sure.
David Elder over there at Max and Louie's on the north side. 909, 74 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
After the break, with cybercrime always a threat, businesses around San Antonio are wanting to protect themselves from cyber attacks. We're going to tell you what one local group is doing to make sure all businesses can find easy ways to stay protected.
And so we're trying to provide, here's the basics of, here's what you need to do, here's all the places you can go, but we've reviewed this, and we know it's quality. So if you're going to spend an hour of your time with your team, go here.
Cybercrime is always evolving, and protecting your business can be confusing. But a group of San Antonio cybersecurity experts are working together to help.
Tiffany Huerta shares how the group helps businesses strengthen their cybersecurity.
How important is cybersecurity for San Antonio?
I think cybersecurity is the future of San Antonio.
Jeff Fair says San Antonio is the second largest cyber hub in the U.S.
Cybersecurity in San Antonio has grown.
Greater SATX, a private public nonprofit dedicated to growing quality, high-wage jobs in the San Antonio area, says in the private sector, there are about 100 operational cybersecurity companies in the San Antonio and New Braunfels area. Fair is the Vice President of Economic Development at the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. He is also part of the Cybersecurity Council that was formed in 2012.
We used to have an IT council, but we knew things were changing, decided to focus on cybersecurity.
Every month, the Cybersecurity Council meets.
There is a ton of free classes, free cyber this, free cyber that, but a small business owner doesn't even know where to start, nor do they have time.
The Cybersecurity Council focuses on the development of the local cybersecurity industry and provides support to local businesses.
We're trying to provide, here's the basics of, here's what you need to do, here's all the places you can go, but we've reviewed this, and we know it's quality. So if you're going to spend an hour of your time with your team, go here.
The Cybersecurity Council helps make businesses safer from online dangers. On the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce website, they offer different tips on how to protect your network and shows you where to go for more resources.
We also have a ton of small businesses in town that just need to start the basics, know what they have on their network, begin some cybersecurity awareness training. And we are doing a lot of outreach to those small businesses across town so they can become a little more resilient.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
The Cybersecurity Council also focuses on cybersecurity workforce development and marketing in San Antonio when it comes to cybersecurity advocacy for the industry as well. You can find the links to their tips and resources on our website, ksat.com.
Let's shift gears and bring in meteorologist Justin Horn. And we know big showers and storms have been hammering away places like southeast Texas, a lot of flooding. You mentioned some tornadoes up in the Abilene area.
Yeah, one touchdown did a lot of damage there. And we just by and large missed out on a lot of these showers and storms here in San Antonio, which obviously we don't want the severe weather, but we need the rain. And that's kind of the issue that we're having. I think we're going to have a couple more chances this weekend, and it's going to come during the overnight hours. And I'll explain here in just a second. First, though, we got to get to the here and now, and it's damp out there. It's just, again, this is not the kind of stuff that's going to really help us with our drop because it's so very light. 74, dew point is at 73, so humidity is almost at 100% here. We've had fog most of the morning. East-northeasterly winds at about 5 miles per hour, and we've noticed some of the roads have some wet spots where drizzle's coming down, and the drizzle will be off and on here over the next couple of hours. Visibility-wise, we're down to half a mile at the airport, half a mile Bernie Stage, half a mile at Randolph. These numbers have gotten a little bit worse, but we've had consistent fog since 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, even really going into last night. Fog developed pretty early. Our forecast for today, 78 noontime. We'll keep in a 20% chance of rain, and that's for some isolated showers and storms this afternoon, although I'm not too confident we're going to see much at all. It's mostly just going to be the damp stuff this morning and then mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. 79 to 9 o'clock, we'll still keep a chance in overnight. Now, we mentioned the severe weather yesterday. There were a few tornadoes right around the Abilene area. In fact, there was major damage in the town of Hawley. 10 tornadoes, by the way, total yesterday. But the vast majority of them were in Texas. And then on top of that, flash flooding around Houston and Beaumont, still ongoing. Still some big flooding issues there as storms continue to hold on and back build. That's the problem. And they're getting more this morning, which is not going to be good. Meantime, as we look at the severe weather risk this afternoon, the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded parts of West Texas to a 3 out of 5. And that means the risk of severe weather there is pretty good. And this has an effect on us because what develops there may eventually make its way down towards the hill country tonight. You see the storms developing out across West Texas, and then as we go into tonight, a few of those could sink towards the hill country. I don't think they make it to San Antonio. But as we get into tomorrow, same situation. Storms develop out across West Texas, and this has a little better chance, I think, of making it to San Antonio by Sunday morning. Now, they would be weakening at this point, but just something to watch. It's not a guarantee that they'll make it here, but the possibility is there, and that's why we've upped rain chances just a little bit tonight, mainly for the hill country, and again Saturday night for everybody as those storms try to make a run for the area. Extended forecast. We're going to go 84 Saturday, 85 Sunday, just a 20% chance of rain during the afternoons. And if we don't see the showers and storms, you can pretty much bank on the fact we'll still get drizzle and fog, much like we're getting this morning. Then as we get into next week, it turns warm. 88 Monday, we'll be looking at 90s, maybe even mid-90s by Wednesday and Thursday. And that means heat indices could be up near 100, believe it or not, because this humidity is not going anywhere. The only hope we have is that after that 7-day forecast, maybe Friday of next week, there are indications that maybe we can get a front that would dry us out a little bit.
Yeah, it just feels way too early to see those mid-90s and think about triple-digit temperatures.
I know, it's hardly fair. And before we get into those really hot temperatures, we want to get some rain.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right, thank you, Justin.
All right, guys, time now is 9:20 and 74 degrees outside.
A drop in DWI arrests reported during Fiesta this year here in San Antonio. We'll see a breakdown of those numbers compared to last year and what SAPD are saying about that.
You might have seen this headline lately. So what is Next Gen TV? Well, it's a new kind of signal for KSAT viewers who use an antenna to watch us. It gives them the perks of streaming without having to download an app. There's a KSAT Explains that talks about all the perks of Next Gen, including content customization, a restart feature, and more. Don't worry, KSAT is not going away. If you use an antenna, you just need to rescan your TV Monday after 2 p.m. And if you have questions, call our hotline to get some answers.
Welcome back, 924. Crime has been a citywide conversation since the end of Fiesta this year.
But this morning, the San Antonio Police Department is reporting a drop in DWI arrests during the 11-day celebration.
Our Avery Everett breaks down those numbers.
Safety is top of mind as San Antonio officials prepare for Fiesta 2025.
Fiesta is a safe event.
In the wake of several gun-related incidents, both the city's police chief and the mayor have promised to step up security efforts.
We're going to do everything we can to make sure that our fiestas, our parties, our public places continue to be safe places to be, which they are.
But Fiesta-related crime isn't just contained to one spot, as dozens of drivers each year during Fiesta are arrested while driving while intoxicated.
But SAPD reports a positive change to those numbers from years past, a decrease in DWI arrests. Across all 11 days of Fiesta, SAPD reports 114 arrests were made for DWI offenses.
Let's take a look at this year's data and compare it to the last 5 years, excluding 2020 when Fiesta was canceled because of COVID-19. If you take a look at this graph, SAPD's data shows that 2024 had the lowest amount of DWI arrests during Fiesta.
Of the 114 arrests this year, just 2 were reported on the first day of Fiesta, Thursday, April 18th. DWI arrests during Fiesta peaked just 2 days later on Saturday, April 20th. SAPD says officers arrested 18 people that day. This decrease in DWI arrests stands out as Forbes recently ranked Texas as the 3rd worst state for drunk driving. And according to TxDOT, state data shows an average of 3 people dying every day in a DWI-related crash.
Law enforcement does an excellent job in preparing for, Fiesta every year.
Aziza Salama helps run the Free Riders program. It brings together bars in San Antonio that have pledged to provide free rides to prevent impaired driving.
We're just trying to keep with this momentum and keep going.
This year's data from SAPD shows a change in San Antonio, but advocates against drunk driving hopes it sticks around for more than just one Fiesta season. This year, at least one intoxication manslaughter case happened during Fiesta. We have that story listed out on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
926, 74 degrees. There's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
All right, and that includes a recap of last week's Brahmas game and a look ahead to this one as they head out to the nation's capital. The San Antonio Brahmas looking to improve to 5-1. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
Before that, we're heading back out to Max and Louie's New York Diner with David Elder talking about the upcoming Texas Eats Food Festival. Someone is Jedi, someone is Sith. They're just one of several local restaurants that will be there, and when we come back, we're going to reveal one of the items that you can try at the festival, and I think that's it right there. No, David, there is not smell-o-vision, so we have no idea.
Good morning, San Antonio. We are out here at Max and Louie's, and we are talking about the upcoming Texas Eats Food Festival because they're going to be a vendor out there. And earlier we showed you guys the item that they're going to have at the festival right here. This thing is nuts. It's so delicious. And Drew was with us earlier. Drew was here. I don't know where Drew's at now. Oh. So Drew, it's, you know what? We got to say, it's Drew's birthday tomorrow, which is also May the 4th, which is huge. So you have a big Star Wars party coming tomorrow.
Every year. It gets bigger and bigger. Bigger and bigger.
Yeah. You got lightsabers. You're dressed up. And we got shirts on. Now, this is the new shirt for this year.
This is the 2024 May the 4th be with you shirt.
And you got your little Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You got them on the cantina
action.
You have Boba Fett. You got the Mando helmets out here. And then you also have more shirts. So these are shirts from previous years as well. Is that correct?
This is the first year we put out a shirt, and then every year we've been putting out, and they're very limited. You know, whatever, when they go, and that's it.
And so tomorrow, when people come out here, you can get cookies, cupcakes. You're going to be having
We make
movies.
Star Wars cookies, Star Wars cupcakes, and all kinds of other stuff. I just want to do a quick plug. My friend Big John and his cosplay characters will be out here. Oh, nice. We have about 11 Darth Vader. We have a lightsaber demonstration going on in the afternoon at 3 o'clock. And the films will be playing all from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We have, in order, we play all the films.
And that's huge. So all the films are out here. So if you have any Star Wars fans, if you are one, if you have one in your family, you come out here, enjoy yourself. Get this, though. Just announced, if you come out, there's a costume contest.
Costume contest.
And what do they win?
They win the Robert Stack.
What is the Robert Stack?
But do they have to finish it to keep it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But what is the Robert Stack?
So the Robert Stack is our challenge item at Max and Louis. So it's waffles, pancakes, French toast, chicken fingers, eggs, bacon, sausage, all stacked up. It's you tried it once. You got about halfway through one pancake.
I got one. I got like down to one waffle, and I was like,
so thin.
That's right. Now you also have so many other items out here. We've talked about this earlier. These are amazing looking breakfast tacos. Your eggs Benedict are like next level out here because the hollandaise sauce that y'all make, it's like the perfect amount of creaminess, and the texture on there is just beautiful.
Or as David says, butter.
It's butter.
It's like butter.
Yeah. And then over here, of course, you have the little hash.
Yeah, it's our deli hash. So it's corned beef pastrami in our hash, and then obviously sunny sides. But you can put whatever eggs you want on anything.
I just want to let you know that we're very proud and very honored to have you at the upcoming food festival on May 11th.
Very excited.
And if you want to get tickets, we have a QR code that we have up on the screen, but we have a lot of tickets that are available that you guys can go out there and have some fun, bring some people out there. It is a 21 plus event. There's going to be Shiner beer samples, food from 20 different food vendors, plus live music. So go out there and enjoy yourself at Smoke Barbecue in downtown San Antonio. And I just want to say, you got to come out here and say happy birthday to Drew tomorrow. It's his birthday.
It's the least important.
No, it's the most important.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. So come on out here tomorrow. If anything, just come say happy birthday to Drew. And then come out here, dress up in your favorite costume. You got all the kinds of Star Wars stuff, right? The lightsabers, the t-shirts. You're going to have the movies playing. There's so many great things.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun. And it's always fun to have you. We really appreciate when you come by.
Yeah.
You and I don't get along very well, but
I came in, you had me on TV.
I'm going to cut your head off.
And then you have all the cookies up. Now, when you come up with new items, is it something that you come up with? Is there a team decision behind this?
It's a team. This I usually kind of start working on literally tomorrow. I'll start working on ideas for next year's shirts, and then I have my designer that actually finishes I have Mary Lou and our other bakers in the back who make these cookies and cupcakes. It's a big team effort. Giant team.
It has to be.
We have 100 employees here.
You have 100 employees. Let's scare them. Let's just look that way. They're all hanging out over there. There you go. Give them a big wave. There you go. Yeah, they're all hanging out. They're all very busy.
Their new shirts on. And
now, what do you think? I know that we gave them like a quick turnaround. We were like, can we get a Robert Stack out
here? How
are
we doing on the stack?
Do you think we can get one?
Close? We close. We're on live TV, guys.
Just put more pressure on him. We were trying to get a Robert Stack to come out. I want to show you what. He has a lightsaber. You got to watch out. There you go. It's off now. Now, you guys, this is a spot you want to come to for brunch, breakfast in San Antonio.
Yeah. We have a full bar.
You have a full bar.
Yeah. So we fresh squeeze every drop of orange juice here. Also, fresh squeezed every single morning. So those mimosas with fresh squeezed OJ.
Here, let's grab a cookie.
I already broke Yoda's ear off twice.
You know what? Maybe we'll take a picture. Make sure you're following on social media as well. We'll take a picture of the Robert Stack. But cheers to you. Thank you so much for having us out here. Max and Louis, they're going to be at the upcoming Texas Eats Food Festival, May 11th. And you guys can get tickets now. And also come out tomorrow. May the 4th be with you. There you go. And come say happy birthday.
No, David. Cheers. May the 4th be with you.
With you.
Yeah. And also with you. Yeah, tell Drew we said happy birthday. I love his New York accent. Yeah, we've got Star Wars cookies.
There we go.
We've got t-shirts, etc.
It's butter.
It's butter.
Hey, that was
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Bring it out. We're out of time. Look at that.
Oh, and they did.
Whoa,
the Robert.
Holy cow!
Oh, we got it.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what
that is impressive.
Yeah, do it. Woo.
Wow.
We got it. Great job, everybody. Great job.
We can't. I don't think we can. I'm just going to rock off the set right now. Yes, that was impressive.
All right, David, thank you. Oh, look at him. Yes.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that David has a really cool job and that he really loves his job. So
he is living his best life.
He definitely is. As we take a look outside live cam, and Justin, will the force be with us when it comes to weather this weekend?
Why do I got to follow that? I got to follow it up with
good luck with that,
news. That was so good. That looked so good anyway. Yes, not great news. Mold is now in the high category, 7,650. It has jumped up today after all this wet weather. Not a big surprise. Expect it to stay elevated next few days. Cloud cover expansive. We got a lot of clouds out there. The only breaks you're going to see are out near Del Rio and Eagle Pass. Now, as we get into the afternoon, could we see a few breaks here in San Antonio? Certainly. But right now, cloudy, drizzly, damp, and foggy. 74, 81 in Cotulla, 79 Carrizo Springs, where we are seeing some sun already, 81 in Del Rio, right around 75 here in San Antonio, and that's where we've been most of the morning. Your weather headlines, very humid. Humidity levels stay high. If you're looking for less steamy weather, it's just not going to happen, at least not in the short term. Then we're going to be watching what happens out west and northwest. Could overnight storms make their way down into our area? We'll investigate that possibility, plus summer-like heat. We mentioned this last half hour. Heat index values could get close to 100 next week. That 7-day forecast is coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. Good news on the traffic front at 9:37, just about 9:38. No accidents to report in the Alamo City metro area. Looking at traffic right now, 410 Old Pearsall Road. We do have a stalled vehicle, 281 South at Hildebrand.
All right, there's a lot going on in the sports world this weekend as well. Maybe you just want to hang out on the couch and watch some football and also some NBA playoff action. So let's talk a little bit about the San Antonio Brahmas. Our Brahmas, everyone, y'all, they are 4-1 in the season, and they're getting ready to play at the 2-3 DC Defenders going on the road there. As we just saw, the Brahmas winners of 2 straight games. They are tied with the St. Louis Battlehawks for first place in the XFL division of the United Football League. Last week, we're watching some highlights here. They had a 25-15 win over the Arlington Renegades, a little in-state rivalry there. They rushed for 190 yards. Just saw former Baylor running back there, John Lovett, take one to the house there. And of course, the rushing game obviously making life a lot easier for Bernie's own. Their starting quarterback, Quentin Dormandy. The Brahmas will play at the Defenders this Sunday at 3 p.m. Now keep this in mind, the Brahmas actually beat the Defenders in week 1, 27-12 at the Alamo Dome. So let's check out that action again. Again, the Brahmas 4-1 this season. Our San Antonio Brahmas are balling out under new head coach Wade Phillips, and they take on the Defenders 3 o'clock Sunday. Okay, let's check out some NBA action now. And we have the Knicks taking on the Sixers. I was, following our former colleague Max Massey and his Twitter timeline. And basically, he was just saying pain, all sorts of pain.
He's a big Philly fan.
He's a big Philly fan from Philly, and the Knicks took care of business against the Philadelphia 76ers. Jalen Brunson, 41 points. He has been a revelation this entire season. And the Knicks beat the Sixers 4-2 to win that series. They are moving on. And, they say, guys, when MSG is rocking, the NBA playoffs, it's always an awesome time out there in the city of New York as we watch a couple more highlights here from the Knicks-Sixers series, which, again, New York has won this one 4-2. So who will they be playing? They will actually be playing the Indiana Pacers. That series will start on Monday. Let's check out some games taking place tonight and tomorrow. The Cavs Magic, Game 6, 6 o'clock tonight. Clippers, Mavericks, Kawhi Leonard, nowhere to be seen. Game 6. 8:30 p.m. in Dallas. Hopefully the Mavs can just wrap things up there. And then tomorrow we have game 1 between Minnesota and the defending champion, the Denver Nuggets, at 6 o'clock. So busy sports weekend.
And another weird exit for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, no Giannis. He didn't even play in this series. Damian Lillard was kind of in and out, but they definitely had a lot of sort of weird things happen towards the end of the year.
NBA playoffs getting interesting. Right now, 9:40, 74 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
All right, and if you haven't picked up a Mother's Day gift yet, well, first of all, shame on you, but you might want to hold off until after the break. We have a list of discounts to help you save some cash on this year's Mother's Day gift.
Mother's Day is around the corner, and while she'd love a hug, a card, or a phone call, retailers, of course, have other ideas.
And that means big sales. 12 on your sides, Marilyn Moritz shows us some of the Consumer Report's top-rated products at some of their biggest discounts right now.
Spring sales are heating up, and the month of May, it's all about mom. Mother's Day falls on Sunday, May 12th this year, so you can expect holiday sales on things like tech gadgets, home goods, beauty products, and other gifts that will make your mom happy.
Sure, she'd love a hug, but a smartwatch can help support her goals, body and mind. The Fitbit Sense 2 is about $200 at Apt Electronics, Amazon, and Walmart. That's $100 off. It has a built-in GPS along with sensors for stress and sleep tracking. If a margarita is her taste, a blender can whip one up. This Cuisinart 3-in-1 is on sale for $99.95 at Walmart. Consumer Report says it makes a mean soup, smoothie, and margarita. At the end of the month, more holiday weekend sales.
Memorial Day is May 27th, so you can look for big sales primarily focused on mattresses, large appliances, and seasonal items like grills.
This Weber Spirit Smart Series grill is as low as $699 at Ace Hardware, and Barbecue Guys, $170 off. It's a midsize with Wi-Fi and a temperature probe. May is for mattress sales, too. The Casper Original Hybrid is $300 off at Amazon, Walmart, and Best Buy. CR says this innerspring and foam mattress is great for side sleepers and spine support.
If you need a new refrigerator or dishwasher, Memorial Day weekend is prime time to buy. That's when Texans pay no sales tax on many Energy Star and water-efficient products. And you can expect some sales, too. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you very much, Marilyn. And let's check out Zoo Cam, where it is always a great day to go to the San Antonio Zoo. And we're checking out the flamingos just hanging out by the water. It's been a little bit humid out there, so maybe trying to refresh themselves a little bit more.
And you know, I mentioned that these cameras are on our website. I did, before I went to bed the other night, check on the animals at the zoo. And of course, they were all in bed for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take long naps there.
Yeah,
they
do. Yeah.
They don't have a lot going on.
Life of leisure, for sure.
Yeah,
for now, they have it made in the shade.
They do.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Cloudy out there right now. We're going to see maybe a few breaks in those clouds this afternoon. We start, though, with the drought monitor. This, of course, came out yesterday. We were hoping that we would see things get a little bit better here. Honestly, they didn't. There's not much of a change. We're still in extreme drought across parts of Kendall, Kerr, up towards Gillespie County. We've seen this for, 2 years now? We can't seem to shake this drought. We've eaten into it a little bit. We're chipping away at it a little bit. But stuff like we're seeing today, this late drizzly stuff, it ain't going to do it. We need a good heavy rain. And while we have some chances in the forecast, I don't know that we're going to completely eliminate this drought. It's still ongoing. And by the way, the severe drought has kind of expanded too. As you get out west, Rock Springs, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, all now within the severe drought, and then San Antonio sits within a moderate drought. Now, our southeastern counties are doing okay, eastern and southeastern, but it's I-35 west and northwest where we have some real issues still. As we go outside for you now, this picture has gotten better, if you can believe that. Earlier, we couldn't see anything at all, so we're getting some lift on these clouds, these low clouds, but still kind of dreary and damp in spots. 74 at the airport, 74 New Braunfels, 78 Pleasanton, 72 in Bernie. And relative humidity has been up around 100% most of the morning. So, I mean, we're seeing 97%, but that actually is an improvement from what we were looking at earlier. And it's the dew points that really have just been so high. Yesterday, we had a dew point at one point of 76. That is just really, really thick air, and we continue to see that. These numbers don't show any indication that they'll come down, so it's going to stay sticky. Very quickly, I did want to show you the radar, and all of this to show you there's not much out there. We're not picking up anything on radar. Yes, the drizzle is there, but we often don't see it. And so things are quiet for us now. And there are some breaks in those clouds as you get up towards Kerrville, Lakey, Rock Springs, down towards Cotulla. And so conceivably this afternoon, the sun may try to pop out, but of course that will make it even more warm and more humid. As we look at the big picture here, showers and storms ongoing in places where they do not need it, and that's Houston and Beaumont. Rain falling there, flooding issues a real concern. Severe weather a concern for West Texas today. They'll see another round of it. This is an area that saw some tornadoes yesterday. Could see a bit more today. Abilene to San Angelo is kind of the zone where we think a lot of these storms will develop later this afternoon. And this is another computer model, a different one from what I showed you earlier. Shows those storms erupting. And then some of those trying to perhaps sink down into the hill country tonight. We'll see. I think the risk of that today is pretty low. But as we get into tomorrow, that's when I think storms have a little better opportunity of holding together and working their way towards the San Antonio area. We see this sometimes. If these storms can cluster together and we get some outflow boundaries coming in our direction, this is 7 a.m. Sunday, and it does show some showers and storms coming into the area. So we've upped rain chances Saturday night, Sunday morning. Something to keep in mind if your plans early on Sunday, you're going to church, there could be some rain around. So 84 Saturday, 85 Sunday, and the afternoons will just see a 20% chance of rain. Then as we get into next week, rain chances basically go away and temperatures heat up. We're looking at 92 Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. If some of these computer models verified, we'll be looking at mid to even upper 90s in some spots. And that's combined with humidity.
Okay. This is the look of a man who has to also anchor the noon show today.
Yep. No worries. I'm getting powered up here, getting some fuel. But I do want to say, I know those temperatures, that 7-day, not looking great. But Alex, our 9 a.m. producer, she's off today. Yeah. She sent us a picture saying her little boy Javi was watching the Bro Show.
Hi, Javi.
What's up, Javi? How's it going? We appreciate it.
Eat your waffles, or what was that? What he was
eating? He had like a little plate of waffles.
Eat your waffles, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good weekend, Javi and Alex. 950, 75 degrees.
All right. A pair of new video games taking place deep in the ocean. Up next, we're going to tell you how gamers can scuba dive from their couch.
It's scuba diving from the safety of your couch. Gamers can decompress without the need to actually decompress in Endless Ocean Luminous. The game takes players deep into the veiled sea for leisurely swims, exploration and learning about more than 500 types of marine life, and even take part in group dives with up to 30 players. Endless Ocean Luminous is playable now on Nintendo Switch.
The world these days is dark and mean. Even the water tastes unclean.
Meanwhile, in another underwater world, things are less leisurely. Another crab's treasure drops players in the deep end as a hermit crab named Krill on a hunt to find his shell and learn the reason behind the polluted ocean. Another crab's treasure is playable on Nintendo Switch, Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox consoles. Leveling up in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
All right, one last check of TransGuide traffic cameras. Taking a look here, we have I-35, Loop 410, traffic moving pretty good out there.
No accidents.
See if we have anything else. All right, Mark checking in on the TxDOT website, 35 New Braunfels, same situation there as well. So just kind of those gloomy skies out there, a little bit dreary, but traffic looking good so far.
And the roads look generally dry.
Way better than they did during early GMSA.
You're right, and the visibility is a lot better too, so the driving a little easier at the moment. There is going to be a chance for some storms, I think, primarily in the Hill Country tonight. We'll watch what happens out in West Texas. That's kind of going to be the theme this weekend. We watch what happens out there around San Angelo, Midland, Odessa to see if some of that activity works in our direction. Not a guarantee, but we have bumped up rain chances both early Saturday morning and early Sunday morning. Otherwise, it's mostly cloudy, very humid, and then it gets much, much hotter next week.
All right. Well,
Bear or bad news,
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't think we're ready for that. If we could just get some,
at least tomorrow's
like
May the
an
4th.
inch or two of rain. I mean,
Yeah.
and there's that.
We see what we can do. It was good working with you guys.
That was awesome working with you.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, guys. Have a good weekend, everybody.
See you tomorrow morning on GMSA. Yeah, I'll be there.